A month ago, people were actively discussing the icon with the power cube and the letter S in the center. And that's why today I want to tell the full story behind this icon. When did it first appear? Who found it? And how can it actually be obtained? Don't forget to subscribe to the channel and leave a like. The story began on May 10th, when players noticed that the developers' accounts had been updated with an icon displaying the company's logo. It was added to the game a few years ago, but it had never been used before. Later, a content creator named Dribananen, who is an official creator, discovered that several accounts, an icon featuring a power cube appeared, displaying the letter S, stylized to resemble the company's logo. By the way, if you thought this icon was new and had only recently been added to the game, that's not the case. In fact, it first appeared back in October 2024. Its internal name is Player Icon Brawl Friends 2. But 2.5 years later, the icon was finally brought back into the spotlight. It was later discovered that this icon exists Frank's alt account. After this discovery, the topic went viral online. Then news channels began massively publishing posts. Various content creators started making videos, and players began investigating. Some people were looking for connections between several icons. Some people were trying different possibilities, and some were even offering a brawl pass for finding the solution. In the end, this led to the icon being discovered on several other accounts as well. And surprisingly, those accounts also belong to the developers. But that was only the tip of the iceberg, the beginning of a massive buildup. Because the post of the content creator I mentioned earlier was answered by Frank himself. However, he replied with a riddle and said that he wouldn't reveal how to get the icon. The players would have to figure it out themselves. But he emphasized that this icon would be quite rare. Now, both players and content creators began coming up with theories about how to obtain this icon. Some thought that you had to win a battle, ask Frank for it, or achieve some special victory in a match. They were considering absolutely every possible option. While everyone was trying to figure out how to get the icon, Dree released a post saying that the mystery had been solved. And in the attached screenshot, there was a power cube with the letter S on the battle card. He then shared a video of the icon being obtained, and thanks to it, new details were uncovered. The bundle actually includes 3 icons at once. Among them was an icon featuring a hypercharge symbol, which had been added around the same time as the power cube icon, and which had never appeared anywhere before. After that, the teasers continued. Now, Dree stated that under no circumstances would he reveal how to obtain the icon, because it was a secret and the icon was meant to remain rare. In short, he built up so much suspense that it felt like a state secret. And what do you think? Literally a couple of hours later, he announced that he would reveal the secret in just half an hour. And then half an hour later, he posted on Discord that he had been forbidden from revealing it. He apologized repeatedly for ruining everyone's anticipation. He also added that he absolutely did not intend to draw attention to himself with this action. Apparently, he really thought that everyone would believe him and simply forgive him. Although, to be fair, he did manage to create content out of it, oddly enough. Because this story spread so widely that the community practically forgot about all the other problems. Well, I'm sure you're already eager to find out the ending, one that will most likely disappoint you. Because a player named Angelok met Frank at the Brawl Cup and asked him directly how to obtain the Power Cube icon.
Hi Frank, can I ask how to get this?
There will be a way at the event.
The Brawl Cup. And can you add me by any chance?
No, sorry.
No? Okay, it's okay.
I'm not adding more.
Thank you.
And in the end, it turned out that only those who managed to get a card with a code at the tournament would be able to obtain it. Alternatively, as Dree stated, the icons may also be obtained by players who receive them personally from the developers. As a matter of fact, Dree received his icons this exact way. When this information came to light, a news account on Twitter called CandyBS made a post about it. But then Dree rushed into the comments and once again started insisting that we didn't understand anything, that we didn't have all the information, and that he would explain everything later. However, by that point, he had already lost all credibility. The community has an extremely negative attitude toward this person, and Dree himself is now upset because every word he says is met with negativity from the community. But the story of the icon didn't end there, because sometime later, Frank replied to another content creator and confirmed that the icon was related to the Brawl Cup. However, the context of his reply wasn't entirely clear. Most likely he said that because when the icons were added 2 years ago, they were originally intended for something else. But in the end, things turned out differently. Let me know in the comments what you think about the icon and the whole situation surrounding Dree. Let me know in the comments what you think about the icon and the whole situation surrounding Dree.